Hey guys, I only have a few minutes. Excuse me, I have kind of a cold. I only have a few minutes here, but I'm driving to my appointment. But I kind of wanted to go over a little bit of stuff. Just a few things I've been thinking about, which is golden ratios, ultracapacitors, and nature in general. So, so anyways, the golden ratio is something that happens in nature all over the place. If you see a seashell by the seashore, you can say to yourself, that's a golden ratio. Wow, cool. So basically it's the little swirl thing that you see on most seashells, and mostly the crab shells and stuff like that crabs hide in. So the ones with the points and kind of look like an arrow type of thing. Cone or something, yeah, that basically is the golden ratio, meaning that the golden ratio is a mathematical formula that makes something in nature not degrade, but becomes smaller at a certain ratio. So it's kind of cool, and that's why it's called ratio, or bigger at a ratio as well. And you see that in the Milky Way galaxy, other galaxies around the universe, as well as seashells. And everything small and big has the golden ratio throughout all of the universe. And people and mathematicians have found that, well, basically everyone thought it was just a hobby, to think about the golden ratio and like, wow, that's cool, it's pretty neat, and people just thought of it as a neat thing to look at and find out and stuff. But anyways, mathematicians have found out recently that through theory math, not through scientific proven math, that the golden ratio is a representation of how the universe was designed. So basically there's an ultimate outside force causing this golden ratio to occur in nature all over the universe. So yeah, so it's kind of cool. Like some of my previous videos, it describes my previous episodes describes how the universe was designed by shapes, basically. So there's these Planck's constant, which is the smallest bit that can be basically like a pixel, as I said before. So a smaller bit than that is actually in the 5th and 6th and so on 24th dimension and things. So along the higher dimensions, which are invisible to us because we are in the universe with Planck's constant. As the universe gets more complex and more dimensions are discovered and able to be mathematically and visually perceived, then as that happens, more theories come out as to how the universe was created with these higher dimensions. And so using the higher dimensions, this universe was created. And so, yeah. So basically, the higher dimensions created this universe and used a ratio, the golden ratio, as well as Planck's constant in every little pixel or small bit of information to create this universe. The reason why the golden ratio appears in nature is because it was designed that way, and I believe by God, and I believe that God is ever what's it called, continually evasive from humanity, as in he can escape farther and farther into our theories of creation, as in any higher dimension that he deems fit to essentially hide from humanity, because the only way to allow God and the Spirit and any other entity or a higher deity to enter into your heart and actually perceive what he or she or it is and feels is by allowing peace and love and quietness and reverence into your heart and mind. And with science and math, and basically there's a scripture that says there will be people in the latter days, which is now and continuing, that will have a form of godliness but deny the power thereof. So mathematicians and scientists generally have complex theories about the universe and how it's created and things, and they hint at a great creator or an artificial intelligent world that emits our universe through its own calculations and things. As I said, it's a simulation. So in essence, they're denying God, as in not seeing that there is really a great creator. So that's all the time I have, but I'll continue on with, let's see, that was a little bit of nature and a little bit of the universe, and next I have to go through the, go through the, what was it, ultra capacitors, which is what Tesla and Elon Musk first wanted to use for their electric cars. I think it's a great idea, you know. So anyways, I'll go over that in my next video today, and I'll see you guys later. Thanks.